What things would tell you your donkey is mentally healthy? Show them out. Engaging. Hang on, Lo. What do you mean by engaging? So coming up, interested in you. I'm a BLM donkey, I've run the other way, am I still mentally healthy? Maybe? Okay, yeah, so it's contextual, good. Yeah, what else? Sorry? Alert. Yeah, that's really good, because if you've got a dull donkey, he's not mentally healthy. He's going to have hyperlipemia maybe. And cool, yep, good. Active, yeah. Playful?
Our boys play all the time.
What if he's not normally playful?
Then normal behaviour.
Hey, you're catching on. It's so important when you're looking out for donkeys. Normal behaviour for your donkey. You know, for me, if you've got a donkey that's not normally playful and he's suddenly up running around with a football in his mouth, you need to ask what the hell's going on. You know, we got donkeys that normally look like this all the time. Oh no. I've been looking like that for 10 years. That's normal behaviour. You know? So, normal behaviour, really important all the time. Yeah, anything else? Appetite. Eating. Drinking. Yeah, that would all help.
Vocal.
Rolling. Vocal. Possibly. Yeah, think about some donkeys more vocal or not. Yeah, so normal behaviour, yeah. Pooping. Yeah, don't go for poop for a long time. That's going to affect your mental health, isn't it? Yeah. I get that. Yeah. So you guys are pretty much good to go because you know what mental health looks like in your donkeys, yeah? Yeah. Cool. Right, so this is an eye. An eye. It's a real creature. Yeah. Now, here's the deal. What we're going to do with more time, I'm going to give you a brief cutaway version of this. Anybody an expert in the room on eyes? Yeah. Okay, so here's the deal. Let's suppose you have come across an abandoned eye. This is a baby eye. They get a bit bigger. But you know nothing about keeping eye. But you have the opportunity to have a 30-minute phone call with a world-renowned eye expert. What sort of questions would you be asking to understand what you needed to provide for this eye to give him everything that he needed?
What's the diet?
What's the diet? What does normal behaviour look like? Environment.
What age is it?
What age?
Social structures.
Social structures.
Health.
Okay, how long have it sick?
Life expectancy.
How long does it live? Yeah?
How long does it sleep?
How long does it sleep?
Is it diurnal?
When? Is it diurnal? Is it nocturnal? Who is its enemies?
Does it bite?
Does it bite? Yes! I'll start first! Is it going to kill me? How long does it take to get to that question? Is it poisonous? Not only that, how do I know if it is going to bite if it does bite? Cool, yeah. This could be one of them things if you get it wet after midnight. It would be really bad. You seen that film? Okay, yeah, what else?
Is it carnivore or herbivore?
Yes, absolutely. What does it eat? When does it eat? How does it eat?
What does its normal excretion look like?
Yes. What obsession with poop? Yeah. What is it? Okay, what is it? So I need to know if that's normal. Yeah, good. What else?
Should it be nursing or should it be weaned at this point?
Yeah, does it? Is it supposed to be? Well, what's normal for this type of eye at this age? Yeah. What does it do when it's frightened? Essentially, if we gave you enough time, you'd have come up with a whole range of all the questions that you need to ask to understand about the behaviour of this strange creature. And what I think can sometimes go wrong with mental health of our donkeys and the mentally healthy donkey, and donkeys in general, is we tend to think with what we know. But what I'm trying to draw your attention to here is if take something that is completely strange, and I do an alien exercise sometimes with students. I got some lovely little fluffy curly aliens, and you put them on the desk and you go, okay, the aliens have landed. And you have to look after them, you know? And you have to do the same exercise. And they'll pick them up and they'll kind of like fondle them, and I'm like, wow, you just mated with it. You know? We have to ask all these questions, but when we know donkeys, we kind of have to know donkeys sometimes. And we start asking all these questions. What's normal for my donkey? What's normal for this type of donkey? What's normal for this breed of donkey? What's normal for this donkey that came from the BLM range compared to this one that was bred in this particular situation? What does he do? How does he do this? Because, you know, ultimately, that healthy mind comes out of the fulfillment of all of those needs. Because if we think about well-being being a condition of positive balance, it's about balance. Some things are stressful. But how often and how much? That's the key that we're looking at. Now, if you don't meet the needs of that it's going to become out of balance and its well-being is going to be affected. If you don't meet the needs of the donkey in general across that range of things that you've just discussed, you're not going to have mental well-being. You don't necessarily have to read all that, although it now is from up there very big. But you know, the key point here, and this is kind of strange, the majority of our processes about looking into mental health and well-being is about this one word here. Coping. It's a hell of a state to live in. I'm coping, it's okay. Don't worry about me. So I'm quite fine with that, I'm coping. You'll see somebody saying, how you doing? Yeah, I'm okay. Oh, that's okay then, you're okay. You know? And there's an issue there. It's about coping. It's about most of the stuff that you talk about, we often think, all common thinking in the negative, the 5 freedoms. You know? Freedom from fear and distress. Well, as long as you're not fearful and distressed, then you must be fine. You know? It's much harder to think about what should I have. It's easier to think about what's missing, but, you know, I could ask you, what does fear and distress look like in your donkeys? How do you know if your donkey's fearful and distressed?
Tight lips.
Tight lips?
Tight ears. Tucked tail.
Tucked tail?
Yeah. Flinching ears.
Okay, so these are all very acute. Do you know how to know the difference between acute and chronic? Yeah? It's quite easy. Kids don't stay very cute for long. So it must be quite short-lived. What I'm talking about, what about long-term, chronic stress, fear, and anxiety? What do they look like?
Dull, not eating well.
Not eating well.
Not engaging in their usual activities.
Change of behaviour! On the money, yes! Absolutely. Change of behaviour. That donkey that used to be kind of friendly and now isn't, is a bit withdrawn and distant. The one that never used to kick but now does. The one that used to like being groomed but now is a bit grumpy and pulls faces and tries to nip at you. Maybe it's under long-term stress, fear or anxiety. So I was going to give you an exercise on how would you know if your donkey was suffering from mental stress. Is that donkey suffering from mental stress?
Yeah.
No, he's sick. In a balance, he probably has been fine. At this moment, he's actually just about in hyperlipidemia. Yeah. Is the donkey that had this much abdominal fat? Mentally, good well-being. You're carrying that around all the time. I don't know. He was really happy being fat, it's fine. Fat that, it affected his insulin levels and made him uncomfortable and it gave him more laminitis and was difficult to pick up his feet and he found it hard to move around and didn't play as much. But he was really happy. My donkey doesn't mind being fat, he's okay with it. What would you need to keep you mentally healthy? What would you give your donkey to keep you mentally healthy? A friend? If I like friends, what sort of friend are you going to give me?
When they choose.
Maybe if you give one choose, but at least one that is similar, and that's maybe what went a little bit wrong, giving your donkey the opportunity to choose or be around a donkey rather than choosing a friend for it. Because I don't actually like you. That's no consolation at all, you know? So yeah, the right sort of companion of a similar age and similar needs. The worst thing I often see, people get an old donkey, the one dies, they got 2 old donkeys, one dies, so they go out and they get a young donkey, because they're thinking, well, when that one dies, and then I can get another one, because we've got a conveyor belt going along here. And this poor old donkey's 30 years old, and they've only got a 2-year-old friend who wants to play and climb up on him and jump and do all that. That's not very healthy. What else would you do to keep your donkey mentally healthy? Toys, environment enrichment. Yeah? Is that what you were going to say?
I was going to say stimulation.
Stimulation? We like a bit of stimulation.
A job.
A job? Possibly, if I like a job. Is that job painful?
Intellectual.
Okay, something to do. Something to think about. Maybe that's, yeah, absolutely, definitely. It's the right dog for the right donkey. That's what we're saying when you think about your donkey individually. Is that the right thing to do? Some donkeys love it. We've got donkey assisted therapy. Some of them are brilliant at it. Some of them hate it. It's not their thing. You know? Why do we look at them and go, oh, you're a donkey, you must love therapy work. Not at all. You know, we've got to find out, hey, you're a donkey, you must love packing. Like hell I do. Just let me in the field. Let me just cuddle his other one. You've got to look for what that donkey actually is in his character. And I would do this exercise. You know, maybe when you get home, maybe just have a few minutes. This is a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and a cake exercise. What do I need to keep my donkey mentally healthy? Scribble down. Actually, because I think quite often our management of donkeys and what we're trying to get across to you today and some of the exercise we've been doing is about, instead of just thinking, actually stop and actually do an exercise. Actually write something down. Draw a few ideas. Have a discussion with a couple of friends. How do we do this? What about that? Maybe this. What about... Oh, that's a strange question to ask. Maybe about this. Actually, spend the time thinking, why have we had 4 donkeys that seem to have died of a broken heart in the last 5 years? You know? Ask those questions. But too often we're just doing the job. So, I'm going to give you 6 steps to a healthy mind. In terms of a donkey, but I think these might apply elsewhere. Correct diets. You know? If you've not got the correct diet, I think we're going to have issues with all sorts of things of pain, medical conditions, being overweight. Activity and movement. We need to get those things under control. Refer to my earlier talks on track systems and all those sorts of things. Mental stimulation. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Whether that's a job, whether it's just toys, whether it's going for a walk, whether it's being a therapy donkey, whatever it might be, fantastic. Good health. You know, so that those conditions are worked with and their feet are comfortable and that they are comfortable and that they're not suffering in those physical ways. That they've got the right sort of companionship and suitable food and water, which might be correct diet, but that comes back to my thing about choice. I give you the correct diet, but actually sometimes maybe some warm water, that would help. Maybe something actually a bit different in the food would help. So, I would leave you with this thought. What 3 things could you do to improve your donkey's mental well-being? You may not know the answers, and I'm going to let you, because of the time, take that away with you, because I know you'll be wanting to discuss it in great detail while listening to the students tonight. I hope I've just given you an idea, some thoughts. Do the exercises, but I know you're exhausted. Thank you very much indeed.